it. 6:34. Bridget's got the day off. Dougler in the house.
I'm ready. Whenever I hear the honk of a goose, I always look up and where's the V formation? Yeah, that too. Yeah. So roll this, because this is an incredible sighting. Snow geese migration, of course. They breed in all the cold places. Greenland, Alaska, and Canada. But it's a real treat when you see these snow geese migrating, because they really are in spectacular numbers.
God.
And this huge flock decided to have some grasses.
Oh boy.
In Local Park.
This is a Hitchcockian nightmare.
It is, isn't it? Of giant birds, no less. So when one says it's time to go, they all go. And then at the end of the video, one lady is actually checking her hair to make sure that nothing fell from the sky.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
We both have stories from the animal kingdom today. Let's go straight to the Norwegian forest. One of my favorite movies. As a matter of fact, the first movie I ever saw in theaters as a young boy, will never forget it, with my parents, The Fox and the Hound, right? Great story from Disney. Well, check this out. This is a real life story. This is Tinny the dog and Sniffer the fox. They've been photographed by a Norwegian photographer by the name of Torgeir Berge, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. Mr. Berge is the best friend of Tinny the dog, and he's been documenting this unlikely, incredible friendship for the last year or so. He, along in partnership with a writer, is working on a book of fairy tales and stories for both children and adults that will feature this friendship. Incredible imagery. Proceeds from the book will go to combat fur practices and benefit organizations that are looking out for foxes and other fur-wearing animals like Sniffer the fox.
So does it matter? Are they both boys, or one boy, one girl?
Who knows?
Or,
Cool stuff though,
just buddies, the animal kingdom. That is wonderful.
Why, were you hoping to see a hybrid?
Something.
What does the fox say? The fox says.
Sometimes I say, of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Because sometimes when I'm staring at objects, I see faces. Does it ever happen to you?
Sure.
Have a look at some of these photos. See if this happens to you. Well, it's an actual condition. It's called pareidolia, when you give random or things or sound meaning. And obviously, it just takes us to see human faces. So all it really takes is obviously 2 eyes and a mouth. That's coffee, but that's a froggy. So because of this increasing popularity, there is now a Twitter account, and it's called @FacesPics, and it's dedicated to pictures of random stuff that looks like it has a face. So I'd rather see these than your lunch or half-eaten muffins. So on Twitter, @FacesPics. Follow them. Yeah.
All right, finally, I love this. A Say What story right out of Edmonton. This is absolutely incredible. An Edmontonian by the name of Kathleen Starry has her boyfriend Daniel Gray visiting from New Zealand, and look at what they have built in the backyard. This is absolutely amazing. They started by clearing a space. They started filling milk cartons with water and letting it freeze using food coloring. You can imagine this labor of love. Look at how many milk cartons they're using. Anyway, time goes on, they start stacking it up using snow as mortar to hold their ice bricks together, and the finished product, look at this, completed in an Edmonton backyard by Kathleen Starry and Daniel Gray. Absolutely unbelievable. We tip our caps to you. It's 6:37. We'll be back with more Breakfast Television, a news update, Michelle's forecast coming right up.